What's going on, guys? Welcome to Steve Does Stuff. I'm Steve, and today we're gonna be doing some drift car stuff. So since the last time you guys saw this, a couple things have happened. All of the wiring for the boost controller or the Mac valve has been completed. All the vacuum lines have been run, and there's actually a tune in this thing, so it is kind of safe. It starts and runs and drives, but it's not ready to kind of be raged on yet. The dashboard's been pulled out of it to kind of clean up some wiring. And today, what we're trying to accomplish is just button up a few things and make sure it's ready for the dyno. So that is going to include fresh oil change, because this thing's been sitting for a year, putting back the dashboard to make sure it is all buttoned up, put it back, clean up a few pieces of wiring, do a bolt check, bring it out on the street, drive it around, make sure there's no like real weird clunks or noises. Anything else? I think that's basically it. All right, so first things first, let's get this bitch up in the air so we can change the oil on it. Make sure it's got some fresh oil before it goes to the dyno. So as with any beam swap in an 8.6, pan has to get chopped, and she is chopped. What have you done for extra capacity? You added the oil cooler for extra oil capacity, right?
Yeah. It didn't take, cutting the pan really didn't take a lot of capacity out. I just kind of overfill it just slightly, and it's back to 5 quarts basically. It probably took, 200 mils out maybe.
Yeah, okay, take not bad. Ooh, there you go. So basically brand new oil that in a car that hasn't run for 2 years? A year and a half?
Year and a half.
Yeah, so not so bad, but probably a lot of moisture in there. Yeah, super clean.
Yep.
Which you see you haven't changed the filter in a while, eh?
That filter's been on there for, that's been on there for like a year and a half. It's just the oil.
Gotcha. No, look clean in there, so all good.
Make it happen. Oh, probably under the very top there. I just like hand tight, like if it's not gonna turn, it'll be fine.
For oil, nothing sexy. 5W30 Valvoline full synthetic. I know some people will say use 550, use 1030, use this, use that. This is just some oil to get it up, get it on the dyno, and get a tune in it. Might change oils later, I don't know. That's up to this guy right here.
Yeah, might use some VR1 now there's turbo, but for now, that's just
the Valvoline will do.
Change it off.
So while the oil change is going on, the wastegate needs a block off nut put in. And seeing as this was not originally designed for a turbo, let's see if we can show you where we gotta try and thread this nut. All the way down there, which means you gotta go from the top, past the turbo, past the manifold, past the feed lines, all that good stuff, right down in there. So wish me luck. Oh, god damn it. So oil's changed. Now I gotta deal with this wastegate block off piece. Showed you guys where it is down there, but I'm not entirely sure, or we are not entirely sure, that this bolt is the right size for that hole.
It's gotta be, because you can see the other one right there.
And it is just like way down there. Yeah, it is. I don't even know if that's it. It's so far down.
You can't even see it.
Yeah, it's way in. Oh, there it is, right there. So that hole, I think, is too small for this bolt that we have, and to get at that is like
so basically that's just multiple port positions for the gate. And it's obviously, I think there's 4 of them on that tile gate, so we use 2. And then, so the other 2 just need to be locked off. So obviously if one of those is completely open, boost is gonna go to the moon.
Yeah, go Be new motor time.
Yeah.
All right, so after messing around on the top side of the car, we kind of started climbing under it, and we noticed that there's a few differences here on this tile blow-off valve, or the tile wastegate. This is the vacuum port that comes into it on the very other side. There are a few other pieces, a few other ports that are not utilized. The one that we were looking at on the front does not have this nice lifted area on it. It's more flat, threads into it, and no matter what we did, we couldn't try and get this little plug into it. So we crawled under it, and the MVR valve was also open, and it threaded in immediately. So we're not 100% sure. There's another open port over on this side of the valve, of the wastegate, but there's two open ports. This is the MVR valve that we've threaded everything back into. So we're gonna go ahead and cross our fingers that that is the right place for this plug, and this thing doesn't blow up.
Sure that's there.
All right, so we got oil changed, filters changed, wastegate mystery screw has been returned, clutch is bled. Now we gotta do some, I guess, zip tying of wires and putting this dashboard back, and we gotta mount the AFR gauge. So all these pieces are going back in here, which I did not realize actually how many different pieces your dash is. Like I thought the center stack would have been attached. I guess the base piece is, so.
Still got a lot of the stock stuff to it, just nothing as big. Nothing's hooked up.
Cool. Okay, so dash is back in. We've basically done everything we need to. Let's fire it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear this thing do some choo-chees. Definitely see it. The catch can looks like it's breathing a little bit, some vapor coming out of there. A couple things based on my understanding of catch cans are, if it's been sitting a long time, there's a lot of moisture in the oil or the moisture in the motor, then it's going to push a lot of that stuff out, which we drained it all out. It's 100% water, but just to be sure before this thing goes to the dyno, we're gonna compression test it. It's nice and warm, it's up to temperature, so it's gonna be pretty accurate. Just see if it's even across all cylinders, if there's a big drop, or if they're all super low. Don't know what the stock numbers for this thing are, but we're looking for no more than a 10% variance cylinder to cylinder, so let's see what she has to say. Cylinder number one, plug number one. Pretty steady, but we already knew that. All right, so cylinder number 1, 130 pounds. Completely missed recording that one, but cylinder 2, just over 120, call it 123 for argument's sake. Insert photo here. Spark plug 3, looking not nearly as sooty as the first two. That is, yeah, you bet 125 right in the middle. So pretty good. That one is 130. Fucking Gucci. So your two middle ones are a little down, but not bad.
Brakes are gonna take some getting used to.
I bet. Alright, so that's basically everything is done. Oil's changed. We're chasing a slow drip off an oil line, which we're probably gonna wait till the dyno is done so you don't break it off and totally screw with the pooch. Everything works, starts, runs, drives fine. Dash is back in it, kind of shook it down. Everything seems fine. So now we just gotta start, or I should say now Rhett's just gotta put together his box of spares, and next Friday morning at what, 5 a.m.?
Going bright and early.
We're starting a 5-hour journey to dyno. So the next time you see this thing, should be making some jam on the dyno.
Hopefully.
So that's a good day getting ready for the dyno. That's gonna do it for this episode of Steve Does Stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.